three final game sets in a row, and then ultimately got swept out of the tournament. So congratulations, a really good run on the favorite Atomic Bob, and Hayes takes a spot in the top 8. But this is the first set of winter semifinals. Deltaforce, who I think is a really high player. I mean, Link is a pretty crazy character. We never really see him at like the highest levels of, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, absolutely. It's one of those things where it's like a previous player that doesn't really play anymore. T, he was a very good Link player, really, and Salinter, of course, right now, who is in Germany, or rather is a German. Very good player, very good Link main as well. But yeah, Deltaforce, again, if he hasn't already, been in the up or, in contention for being one of the best New Jersey players as of right now, I mean, he's definitely showing it. But Marvale also missing out PR from last quarter. Definitely should have had it, in my opinion. But Marvale, again, another person who fundamentally is super sound in this game.
Yeah, the fundamentals are pretty much everything. One thing I've realized, I don't have a lot of good fundamentals. I've been playing a lot of Smash Bros. If you know that website, it's pretty good. And Marvale tried to go for the down B aka the counter, but he missed. At least that's what I saw. Ooh. And that Explosive Flame is going to be able to take out Deltaforce off the first stock. So this is still a relatively close game, but things can change in a hurry. If you know Smash, everything can change in a hurry. Like, life happens in real time. At least I like to call it that. I thought it was going to be able to get back up. And is that going to be a stage play? Okay, that was really good from Deltaforce. That was really sexy.
Right, and a very good, recovery in general from Deltaforce. That's the thing with Link, is that it's so difficult for a character with such a linear recovery to be able to recover in, very low distances. But of course, the remote bomb is going to help so much. And Deltaforce is no stranger really to all these setups. And Link, I mean, hey, has some of the craziest Z-drop combos, some of the crazy setups on the ledge. And people are still discovering a lot more about this character. And Palutena, I mean, in general, such a good character that Nair is going to carry all of his opponents off to so much percentage, and it's just a lot of reading from Marvale. And right now, Marvale kind of dropping the gun a little bit. Deltaforce picking up the pace and getting a lot of these reads, catching Marvale approaching from the air. Good backers once again out of shield. And see, that fear factor from just sending that bomb downwards just causes Marvale to make a slip up and dead immediately. So Marvale on his last stock, Deltaforce still on it on his last stock, almost getting hit by the up smash.
That up smash crushes dreams. If you're off stage and you're trying to get back up, that is a really hard smash attack to get by. Where you're going in, you're rolling in, you're just doing the neutral get up, or you're jumping.
And from what I played, too. It's weird.
I don't think he notices, but he got the counter, and that's. I think that's gonna be enough. Ooh, if he didn't have the bomb, it would have been enough, but he is going to be able to survive. But in a couple bops, he is going to get taken out. And we need all the damage. I mean, Marvale needs all the damage necessary if he wants to win this game and give himself a little bit of a momentum swing. Because from what I've seen from all these players, like all these tournament matches, you want to win the first game to have more reinforcement to win the set. It's from what I've heard, because no freaking kill spark needed. Anyways, what I was saying is, if you win a game, you have a ton of reinforcement for the rest of the set. Because let's say you're winning a game, the other person has to win multiple games back to back to back, or to back, depending on how many games there are. Just imagine there's like a Game 7 Smash tournament. That would just be straight up ridiculous.
I absolutely agree. Right now we're in best of 3. But yeah, I mean,
best of 5. Oh, no.
No, this is best of 3 for now. I think when we get to winners finals, it'll be best of 5. But, I mean, Marvale using the bomb against Deltaforce, and you don't see a lot of players go for that often. Utilize your opponent's resources to get huge combos off and, get a lot of reads off. Because that up air, I mean, I don't think Deltaforce was expecting the bomb to be thrown up and get hit by it. So, good stuff for Marvale, being very, resourceful and intuitive when it comes to his combos.
Oh, he almost manages to get the side smash, and sometimes just say forward smash when that doesn't really make sense. Oh, I did not think Marvale was going to be able to come back up from that one, and those are so.
The scoop?
Okay, we got offstage shenanigans happening, and that would have been really bad for Deltaforce if he got hit by that down smash, but he manages to hit one of the last hits of his up B to stay alive and not get hit. by set smash attack. Side
Oh!
smash. What a good punish. Deltaforce. That was a really good punish.
Yeah,
And
Marvale
you
kind
get
of just...
boomerang. Go ahead.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, Marvale inputting the explosive flame. I think he wanted that to be a little bit lower, and the tried and true backer is going to take that stock. But I think Marvale definitely would have liked to have, you know, a little bit of a lead and, you know, definitely keep that stock. And again, we're seeing right there the usage of the bomb to just extend combos, potentially get up airs, nairs, you name it. So long as Marvale can get damage off and maintain the lead, he'll take it.
We almost got. I don't know what to say. I don't have much logical things to say because this is getting a little bit boring, but spacing in this situation has to come into full play because fundamentals can define a good player and a great player. For instance, I've seen players like Nicola have all the fundamentals no matter what the character, especially like Nicola's signature Steve. Like, the fundamentals are one of the things that define a good player from a great player. All you need are the good fundamentals. And I think this is one of those cases where the fundamentals are pretty much everything. So we're going to get a fourth throw into the... Oh my god, that was a big punish. And he manages to escape it. That was really close. If he was like... If he held it for 1 second, he would have gotten bopped, hit right into the blast zone, hit beyond it, and then screamed his life out. Or Link would have screamed his life out.
Oh yeah.
Because he would have gotten KO'd. Just saying.
Yeah, no, that was definitely a good bait from Marvale. Just using that teleport. Trying to go for this ledge trap. Misses the up tilt. Deltaforce had the read, but just misspacing the up tilt, but ain't gonna miss that up air. Gonna kill at a pretty high percentage. And so Deltaforce, again, with this lead. And as Link, you kind of can now just sit back a little bit, try to camp out Marvale, force him to approach, and that nair, such a good move from Link. Cancels out so many different projectiles, so many other moves. The priority that move has is crazy, and it can combo into pretty much anything. So Deltaforce maintaining this lead, and actually on the aggressive...
You gonna be able to get it? I think one nair is pretty much all he needs because some attacks, like on some characters, attacks like the nair and the dare can be chained up into like different attacks. We've seen that from players like Light and a ton of other players like ZD, Comet, Light, most importantly. I think we're gonna get a back throw, and that is gonna be the case. Tries to go for the bomb, but he's not gonna be. He's gonna try and toss it. Not if you're gonna come close to hitting Marvale.
Tried to hit that F tilt again on ledge after throwing the bomb down. So go for the same setups, and if it ain't broke, don't fix it at all. Good nair, missing that read again.
Up smash, up smash. That is gonna be a fail. I don't know what aerial.
Oh, speaking of fail, misses the ledge, and Marvale. All of a sudden, the pressure's on Marvale because Deltaforce comes out of that with a 2 stock.
Yeah, like I said earlier, you want to win the first game or maybe the first 2 to get all the reinforcement you could possibly get to win the set. Because like if you're up a game or up 2 games, what you have to do is you got to force your opponent to win 3 or more games. It is a challenge. Like you want to make the sets a challenge for your opponent. Because winning a game or 2 games can really turn the momentum into your favor. And it can be the same because you don't want your opponent to suddenly download you and get all 3 games out of you and win the set, which can be detrimental to your mentality depending on how the 3rd, 4th, and 5th games go. If you were to lose a game 5 set and get reverse swept in that case. But that is... whoever is going to win the set needed that momentum reset. It might be Deltaforce.
You know, absolutely. I mean, you know, on the notion of getting that game 1 win, it really then comes down to, you know, this top player mentality that you mentioned before of just having that endurance to play out all of these, you know, these games. Because you can win the first game, sure, right? But if you don't have that endurance against a really good player that's been in that, you know, situation before, all these game 5s, these game 3s even, it's so difficult to mount this comeback. Finally,
okay, that was a good counter, but that was a really good stage tech. One thing about tech is I saw a tweet the other day. I'm not really into Smash as much as you think, but I'm more of a Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl 2 player. I saw a Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl 2 player tweet out something along the lines of glitch. No, that we call that tech. That's it's a bug. Like I think it's something. If I can quote it correctly. A bug? No, that's tech. This is a fighting game. We call it tech. It's really funny. I retweeted it, but that was last year. At least I believe.
Yeah. But back to the game. Marvale, of course, getting a solid read with that back air. And on Town and City, I mean, I think this stage kind of favors Palutena a lot because the side blast zones are a little bit smaller, so you're going to kill your opponents much faster. But of course, that could be said for Deltaforce as well. Dash attack, forward tilt, up B even, those moves are definitely going to kill a character like Palutena. But right now, not a lot of killing being done and a lot of damage being dealt by Marvale, who maintains this lead and once again sends Deltaforce off stage.
Marvale, like I said before, but this can go to games, and yeah, Marvale is up 2 stocks. He is very likely in a position to make the winners finals if he were to take one more stock off Deltaforce. But Deltaforce, we see a lot of clutch factor from a lot of these players, even if they're less known. Just imagine if a low tier player has the best clutch factor in the world, and he becomes one of the best in the world very quickly. Okay, but he's off stage, but
what a scoop!
Scooped up like an ice cream cone, if you want to call it that. At least I like to be a little bit comedic, but now Marvale is on the verge of getting JV3, which, by the way, if like a JV stock is when you lose a stock or when you have no damage on a single stock. It's like a JV3, 4, 5, whatever. And JV5 starts possible, but it's only in games like Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl 2
or Melee.
and Melee. But that is going to be a JV3.
Nice.
And that is it. And that is going to mean Marvale's in winners finals with a huge momentum swing. I mean, he won that first game, but then Deltaforce won the second game. But you got to stay strong mentally if you want to win the set, and that's exactly what Marvale does. He SD'd, or he had an unfortunate fall, missing that up B in that second game, but then he turned it around, getting a JV3 against Deltaforce, and he's in top 3, winners finals.
Yeah, very good stuff from Marvale right there. And again, that just shows, you know, the consistency of this guy. And people don't really know Marvale. I mean, if you're in New Jersey, you know Marvale. Like, this guy is one of the best up-and-coming players, along with other, you know, really, really good young players like Smash Bros, very good Lucas player. And, you know, Mr. Muggs, Epic Bob, all these guys who kind of people sleep on suddenly are improving a lot, and you'll love to see it. But yeah, no, Marvale, like you said before, was able to maintain, you know, his composure against a very, very tedious character like Link. And Deltaforce, no stranger to, you know, getting all these upsets, getting all these setups. And that's the thing, I think in that set, Marvale just didn't allow Deltaforce to get a lot of setups up. And that's where a lot of damage comes from in general for Deltaforce.
Yeah, I'll say this one more time. You gotta be headstrong. I'm not sure that's the right way to say it, but that was a really good ice cream scoop if you were to ask me coming out from Deltaforce. But it just wasn't enough. Just too much damage came out. It wasn't. Oh, I was looking at the wrong guy. It was It was just much domination out of that final couple seconds of that game coming out from Marvale. And like I said, that's a top 3 finish guaranteed, first, second, or third podium, 100%. But I saw this a little bit earlier, but we have Marcus versus A9. I don't know who Marcus plays, but I know A9 played Steve against a player named John to get top 8. Do you know who Marcus plays?
Yes, so Marcus is a very, very good Game & Watch player, and a while back, and I mentioned this a lot, he went by the tag The Great Gonzalez. His Twitter is The